Okay, let's get started. Hey horror freaks, welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha. If this is the first time here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can get notification every single time that I post a video, and I post every single week. As you can see from the title, today's video is going to be my full review with spoilers of definitely one of the most expected horror films of this month and probably of this second part of the year, Bodies, that is produced by A24. Now, as always, all my reviews are with spoilers. If you don't want them, just to see if this was worth it or not, on the description box down below, there you're going to find my spoiler-free review because I like to give you guys the two options. So given that little second disclaimer ahead, let's get into the video. Now, Bodies follows an isolated family mansion. A group of rich 20-somethings decide to play Bodies, a game where one of them is secretly a killer while the rest try to escape. Things take a turn for the worse when real bodies start turning up, setting off a paranoid and dangerous call of events. Now, saying that this was an unexpected good horror film could be a lie, because it definitely was expected to be good. I did the reaction to the trailers a few months back when it came out, and I felt very intrigued for these films. Now, in case that this is your first time watching a video of mine, I don't precisely like comedy horror. I can take it in small doses and I can watch some of them, and I really appreciate some comedy horrors, but in general it's not my favorite subgenre. So most of the comedy horror films that will come out, I will not like them because it's not my thing. But this film was fun. Like an enjoyable ride, fun. This is Gen Z humor and of course the ages of the characters, so I don't really know how people that aren't that close to that age will feel about the film, in the sense that maybe they won't be able to connect and relate to the characters because they're different generations. So I haven't by now read or heard someone saying that they dislike the film or by this particular reason, but most likely it's going to happen. Now, definitely one of the strongest parts of this film, it's the cast. I think that they work it perfectly. Pete Davidson, although he's the first victim, so he's not on the film for that much, he still is a really good piece, so it was really fun to have him on the film. And the rest of the cast is able, like I said, to deliver a really fun and well done comedy horror. Now, the plot that I gave you essentially says like the general aspects on it. It is that these characters are going to have this party on this huge mansion, and a hurricane is coming, and they end up trapped in the mansion because Pete Davidson's character's body appears. He was slashed on the throat. So they start to suspect that someone is actually killing them while playing the game. And of course, they start to accuse him one to another. One's become more of a suspect than the others by, of course, different reasons, and we have other bodies along the way, but they weren't as much deaths as I thought, because the twist of the film essentially is that there's not a killer. All this time they were accusing themselves, saying that one of them was a killer, when at the end they found out, because of Pete Davidson's character's phone, that he actually slashed his throat by accident while trying to film a TikTok. So there was no killer, but they kind of kill each other on the process because of being accused without that much evidence. But I wouldn't blame them, because for sure, if I am in a house and someone appears dead, of course I'm going to start suspect about everyone else in the room. I mean, I won't blame them. But I think that was a fun twist rather than making an actual killer. So I think that that type of twist, it was a really good detail added to the plot. Now, also throughout the film, while all of this is happening, it's pretty common that in this type of stressful situation, that right now it's all these people trapped in a house with a killer, is that many secrets and situations from the characters that starts coming up. So that increases the conflict between the group, and that's why some of them, they end eventually dead, although by the end it's like it was nothing, like it wasn't a real killer, so it was all for nothing. Only that finding out some secrets and dirty details and some taxes and that type of stuff. But rather than that, it was all for nothing. But of course, it's pretty common to see that in this type of situations, characters start to confess or being forced to tell the truth in order to stop being framed as the killer. In that case, like you have two options: either you become the major suspect or you tell the truth. So which one you're going to choose? Also, really like it how they make it everything really Gen Z with the words. Like you can see in the trailer that they're saying words like "I am trigger," "you're making all about you," like that type of language and I would say way of expressing themselves, really Gen Z. So I think that was pretty funny. Now, something that I want to clarify about the film, it's that it was released in two different dates for like normal people in theaters. It had a limited release on August 5th, that was last week, on New York and LA, and for the rest of us immortals, it was on August 12th. Well, Puerto Rico is on Thursdays that films actually come out, so for me, it was August 11th today. But you get the point. So if you want to watch this film right now, of course, it's only available on theaters. I do know that by the end of October, it's going to be coming to streaming services. Which one? I don't know yet. Most likely Amazon Prime Video is going to have it eventually, but I know for a fact that it's going to hit any type of streaming service. I will give this film a 4.5 out of 5 and a 9 out of 10. I definitely enjoyed this film a lot. I want to rewatch it. Of course, once it comes out on streaming services, I'm going to rewatch it. I don't know yet if A24 has launched any type of merch, because of course they do get merch for their films, but I think that this type of merch will be cool. Also, the song that was made for the film, I think that really fits like the vibes, and it was shown on the trailer. I really like it, like the whole vibes and the atmosphere, like everything was a really well placed. So it worked perfectly, like seriously. So I asked myself, did they ask Gen Zs or did they make like a deep study on the Gen Zs to bring this up? Because they did really good, the reality. I get exposed to Gen Zs a lot on TikTok, and most likely because I am in the middle between being a millennial and a Gen Z since I was born in 1999. So we are on the middle. But I don't see myself as a Gen Z, but definitely I don't see myself as a millennial either. So I am just stuck in the middle. But well, I think that this is all for this review. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought. Did you like this film? You didn't? And I really enjoyed this film. It was a lot of fun. I read that someone said that this film should be watched with friends. Definitely, like going on a group to watch this probably is going to be even funnier. Like that's even a word. Fun. Like it's going to be fun 10 times. You get the point. But well, this is all for the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.